It's kind of crazy. Definitely outside the box. But it's convenient.
One area of business is shaking up how we pay for things.
You don't need your phone, you don't need your keys, you don't need a scan card.
It's the first cash register of its kind in the Midwest. And it's right here in Rockford.
A lot of people don't want to bring in their wallets, don't want to bring in any cash.
Whitney Martin profiles how the future of credit cards is inside our hands. Wednesday on 23 News.
Has been bringing you continuing coverage of the global refugee crisis and the impact on the United States.
Some experts say potential refugees go through intensive screening with multiple agencies looking for biographic and biometric information.
I found out that agencies will check the name and date of birth of the refugee who's applying. Officials will also check fingerprints, checking to see if someone has a criminal record or if they've applied for a visa elsewhere.
Definitely outside the box. But it's convenient.
One area of business is shaking up how we pay for things.
You don't need your phone, you don't need your keys, you don't need a scan card.
It's the first cash register of its kind in the Midwest. And it's right here in Rockford.
A lot of people don't want to bring in their wallets, don't want to bring in any cash.
There are challenges with privacy. How many ever worry about your privacy online? Yeah, big data is great, but of course it's a form of soft surveillance. I don't know if you saw this over here, but recently in Europe, Samsung Television warned the users of its smart TVs, did you see this? And said, please be aware that our voice recognition technology can record private conversations in your living room, and because that information then is stored in the cloud, it can be accessed by third parties. Talk about George Orwell. We now have the Epicenter workstation in Sweden, which is encouraging its workers to have a microchip placed under their skin. They say that this will allow people to use the security doors, it allows them to use the photocopy machine, allows them to pay for lunch at the canteen all using the microchip. It sounds convenient. The problem is, though, that any programmable device is, in theory, hackable. So we have to think, do I want my body to become a hackable device?
Thrown out of court, the man accused of shooting at police during a standoff at Bankers Hill shouted at the judge today. 10 News reporter Candace Crone is live with what the family told her at the hearing. Candace, this was bizarre.
I stand for a new world order.
Titus Colbert refused to acknowledge he understood his constitutional rights at his hearing Friday. He's charged with attempted murder on 3 peace officers and 3 counts of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. He didn't stay for the entire arraignment because he kept shouting at the judge.
I will not be subject to criminal abuse.
Prosecutors say he was armed with 2 rifles and a revolver Wednesday when he shot at officers from inside his ex-girlfriend's Bankers Hill apartment. Investigators say at one point he threw 2 guns out of the window. Authorities say they found 17 shell casings inside the apartment, but it's unclear exactly how many shots were fired. The shooting led to a 5-hour standoff which prompted school lockdowns and flights being suspended at Lindbergh Field. His family would not answer our questions about what may have led up to the incident. Their only comment was, "Jesus is Lord."